Very good morning, children. It's your SAG sir. Today we go for the fourth volume of chapter Liquidation of Companies. So in the last volume we have seen question number 3 and how to prepare a liquidator's statement of account we have seen. Now we shall go for the next problem. Unlucky Limited went into voluntary liquidation and its assets realized by 2,10,000 excluding amount realized by the sale of securities held by the secured creditors. Implying here the secured creditors are realized by, the secured assets are realized by the secured creditors. Therefore, whatever the amount being recovered out of it, only the surplus if any can be taken here. This is other assets. This is nothing but the other assets, value of other assets. Prepare liquidator's final account. Share capital is given. Secured creditors is given 17,500 and securities realized is 20,000. This what is the total realized securities, but in this out of 20,000 you have to pay 17,500, that will be deducted by them. So balance 2,500 will be refunded. There is a surplus on the secured assets which you can take. Now when you take up this, right, you need not to show the 17,500 on credit side against the secured creditors. Reason, amount will be deducted from there itself and only the surplus is being taken on debit side. If not, what you can do, this 20,000 you can show on debit side as if total realized and this payment should be shown on credit side. But here it is given that they have realized by themselves, creditors have realized by themselves, that you need not to consider. And preferential creditors is there 3,000 separately and secured creditors to be paid separately. And there is a debentures 1,25,000. You can see here this itself comes to 1 lakh plus 1,25,000, so 2,25,000. You can understand. So this is 17,500 extra. So hope the amount is insufficient to pay towards the unsecured creditors itself because amount realized is only 2,10,000. Therefore need not to take up to the share capital. End up by unsecured creditors. Then debentures 1,25,000, liquidation expenses credit side you can take. Liquidator's remuneration is 3% on the amount paid to unsecured creditors. Okay, so straight away only 3% on the amount paid to unsecured creditors is given, but you have to take both. Which are the two? One is on the payment made to preferential creditors, 3,000 million, as well as amount paid to other unsecured creditors. Both you have to consider. Okay. So first write the format once you try completing the format. Cash in hand, cash at bank and assets realized, secured assets and other assets, and amount realized on calls. Payment side, secured creditors, legal charges, liquidators remuneration. On amount paid to preferential creditors, leave its space, and then on amount paid to unsecured creditors, leave the space. You cannot take here on assets paid, on assets realized because you are not given the remuneration on assets realized. Leaving that, the remaining only you take up. Then debenture holders, preferential creditors and unsecured creditors. So this is the usual format that you try completing. So pause it down, then write down. So once you complete that, then you can check. There is no cash in hand given. So cash at bank is also not there. And even amount realized on calls is not there. But assets realized were given secured assets 20,000 and other assets 2,10,000. So that total gives you 2,30,000. Well, better you show like this separately. Reason very clearly it is given. Excluding the amount realized by the sale of securities held by the secured creditors. Implying here, who is realizing it? Secured creditors themselves, they are realizing the amount of secured asset. Therefore, you take only the surplus. Out of 20,000, realized amount is 20,000. You find here, securities realized is 20,000. Out of that, 17,500 is the claim. So deduct that claim. Balance you are getting only the 2500, but you write as surplus secured asset. Well, if you see here in the format you can find here secured assets, surplus or full amount as the case may be. As the case may be, implying you should have to take full amount if it is realized by the liquidator. You must take only the surplus if it is realized by the creditors, secured creditors by themselves. In this problem we are assuming that it is being realized by secured creditors, therefore you have to take only the surplus. When you take only the surplus, you should not show here the amount paid to the unsecured creditors. See, this is what. When you have to show this amount, if secured assets are realized by the liquidator. If it is realized by the creditors, secured creditors, then please don't write the amount here. Okay, format as it is given you can write, but the amount you should not write. Got it? So this is where you should be little careful. If you take full amount here, full amount of the secured asset realized, show the payment made. So when you can take full amount if it is being realized by the liquidator. If nothing is given who has realized it, you can assume it is being realized by the liquidator. In case if it is realized by the creditors themselves, what they do, they deduct their claim of amount, then the surplus will be refunded to the liquidator. In that case you have to take only the surplus. So if you take surplus, you should not show the payment made to the secured creditors. Same as in this problem what we have to suppose to do. So we are taking only the surplus, but we will not show the amount paid to secured creditors because after deducting their amount, ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 20,000 ಅವರು ರಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 17,500 ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 2,500 ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Therefore, you should not show the amount paid to secured creditors because already they have deducted here the amount. That's the simple thing. Okay. Well, the other assets is given 2,10,000. This is what the other assets realized. No other amounts being realized here. So find that total. So total you are getting 2,12,500. Same total you can take on credit side. I mean to say in the working note column 2,12,500. See, no amount is being paid to secured creditors, so it is nil because already they have deducted here the amount. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 20,000 ನೀವು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 17,500 ತೋರಿಸಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಸರ್ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. After deducting their claim, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ. Therefore again you need not to show the payment made here. Okay. Then legal charges is there that you can deduct. Legal charges is given 2,500. That is a liquidation expenses. ಈಗ ಅದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So balance you are getting 2,10,000. Then you go for a liquidator's remuneration. These two you would have written, but amount you leave it as gap. Okay, blank. But you can find next what is that? Payment is made towards the liquidate debenture holders. So the amount payable to debenture holders is 1,25,000. So deduct 1,25,000 there. Balance 85,000 you are getting. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ. Now you have to make payment towards the preferential creditors. See, the amount payable to preferential creditors is 3,000. Is there full amount 3,000 can be paid out of 85,000? Yes. Therefore what you do, calculate on 3,000 into whatever the rate given. What is the rate given? 3% directly. So 3,000 into 3%, that gives you 90 rupees. And you can take the amount of preferential creditors, that is 3,000. So together 3,000 plus 90, 3,090, whichever is being paid to the preferential creditors, the expenditure towards the preferential creditors you can deduct. Still the balance you have that 81,910. Now this is the amount available to pay to whom? To the unsecured creditors. But what is the worth of the unsecured creditors given? 1 lakh. Is there the sufficient amount? No. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ 1 lakh ಆದ್ರೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು ರೆಮ್ಯುನರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇಂಟು 3/103 ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇಂಟು 3/103, that is whatever the cash available into 3/103. So that gives you 2,386. Okay, we have to total ಮಾಡಿ outer column ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Now you deduct only this amount, 2,386 you deduct. So balance you have 79,524. ಅದೇ 79,524 ಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So find the total after that. Okay, so this is how we're getting now the totals. So what is the key point for you now in this problem? What is that you have newly learnt? Whenever you pay towards the secured creditors, be careful. When you can pay, if full amount realized is taken on debit side, then you show the payment. If only the surplus is taken on debit side, then don't show the payment made. Now the question is whether we have to take full amount or the surplus, depends on the information given in the problem. Here it is given that the amount is realized by the sale of securities held by secured creditors. Secured creditors realize ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. Excluding the amount realized by the sale of securities held, ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. But who has realized that is not given. In that case, you can assume it is being realized by the liquidator. So you can take a full amount here and show the payment made to them on credit side. We'll pause it down and you can write down. Well, next you can see question number 5. Calculate liquidators remuneration. Only this part you are asked here. Liquidators remuneration. That to one part you are given. What is that? The balance of cash after paying preferential creditors is 2,10,000. ಈ preferential creditors ಗೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 2 lakh ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಟು preferential creditors, that is 3,000 plus 90. 3,090 is being deducted. After that, what is the balance available? 81,910. Like that, it is given 2,10,000. But other unsecured creditors is 2,51,000. Like how it is there here, you can find 1 lakh is the payment paid, payable idu. But cash available is less. ಬರೀ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ 81,910. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3/103 ತಗೊಂಡ್ವಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ 5% ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. therefore 5/105 ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Reason the cash is available. Cash available is very less than the claim. Okay. So first you write the formula there. Liquidators remuneration is equal to ಇಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 2 marks ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಒಂದು ಇಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ 5 marks ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ. But may not be that it will be asked for 5 mark. You may get for 2 mark. In that case, how to calculate? For this 1 mark will be given. So liquidators remuneration is equal to cash available into rate of commission by 100 plus rate of commission. Okay. So what is the cash available here? 2,10,000 given. 2,10,000 into 5/105. That you are getting 10,000. That's all. That is the answer. So 10,000 is the amount of, what is that? Liquidators remuneration on amount paid to unsecured creditors. Okay. Pause it down and write down. Next you can see question number 6. Even here also. Calculate liquidators remuneration. Balance of cash after payment of preferential creditors is given 4,10,000. Other unsecured creditors is given 4,78,000. ನೋಡಿ ಇವೆರಡಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್. therefore 3/103 ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ದಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಪೇಡ್ ಟು ಅನ್ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ that we shall see. So first you write the formula there. Then you can substitute amount. So 4,10,000 into 3/103, you are getting 11,942. That is the, what is that? Remuneration, liquidators remuneration on amount paid to unsecured creditors. ಈಗ ಇದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ, this is the amount liquidators remuneration ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು 2,386. ಈಗ 81,910 ಇಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆರ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಪೇಡ್ ಟು ದ unsecured creditors. So ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಂದ liquidators remuneration ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ balance is the amount paid to or distributed to unsecured creditors. ಇದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Also state the amount paid to unsecured creditors. So for that you can take up next amount paid to unsecured creditors. That is equal to this 4,10,000. In that you minus the commission payable to the liquidator. So balance you are getting 3,98,058. Simple questions. So ಅದೇ ತರದ question ನೀವು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. It is 5 by 105 ತಗೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ payable is 1,05,000, available cash available is 1,05,000, but payable is more. Therefore you take which cannot be paid in full, hence you calculate 5 by 105. Also state the amount paid to unsecured creditors ಅಂತಾರೆ. So 1,05,000 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ remuneration ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನ 5,000 ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ 1 lakh ಬರುತ್ತೆ. That is amount paid to unsecured creditors. Next you can see question number 8. Following particulars related to Prasad Limited, which went into voluntary liquidation, and the preferential creditors are given 40,000. Debenture holders 1 lakh. There is unsecured, assets realized is 3,96,500. Liquidation expenses 10,000. Unsecured creditors other than the preferential creditors are 3,20,000. Okay, so what you have to do now? Unsecured creditors other than the preferential creditors ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ, preferential creditors ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ preferential creditors 40, ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. You are required to prepare the liquidator's final statement of account showing his remuneration at 2% on the assets realized and 2% on the amount distributed to unsecured creditors, including preferential creditors. Including preferential creditors antane. So how many you have? 3 now. On assets realized, an amount paid to preferential creditors and an amount paid to unsecured creditors. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 3 ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು separate ಆಗಿ. ಅದು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Then of course asset side, assets realized is separately written. So write the format to try completing that. Use spaces here. I have told you already. 3 items the remuneration has to be calculated. On assets realized, an amount paid to preferential creditors, and then an amount paid to unsecured creditors. Alright. Here you are given the assets realized totally directly 3,96,500. The same you can take. On this, how much is realized for secured assets and unsecured assets? He doesn't know. So total amount is given. Take the same 3,96,500. The same is the total also, and take here in the working note the same amount 3,96,500. No amount payable to the secured creditors. It is nil. Then you can take amount paid towards legal charges. There is a liquidation expenses you are given. Liquidation expenses is 10,000 minus the 10,000. So balance 3,86,500. Next we calculate remuneration on the assets realized. 3,96,500 into 2%. So 2% on assets realized. So 7,930. Deduct the same in the working note column also. I've been telling you, please take up this only in pencil. Keep doing this working note only in pencil. Deduct that. So balance you are getting 3,78,570. Again minus. Okay. After this, you can take as debenture holders. You are given amount 1 lakh. You can take the debenture holders amount 1 lakh. You can deduct the same here. So balance you are getting so much. Now this is the amount available to pay towards the preferential creditors and unsecured creditors. Since there is full amount of preferential creditors, amount payable to preferential creditors is in full. So you can take separately the difference later. Now preferential creditors is 40,000. So take 40,000 into 2%. So that gives you 800. Again 40,000 you take even under preferential creditors also. Now you can see these are the two amount available, which is paid to preferential creditors along with the remuneration. So you can deduct the same, and still the balance you are getting 2,37,770. Alright. Now this is the amount available to pay towards whom? Now unsecured creditors. But what is the amount payable to unsecured creditors? It is 3,20,000. So 3,20,000 cannot be paid out of 2,37,770. Therefore, you take the same amount 2,37,770 into 2 by 102. Into 2 by 102. So that gives you 4,662. Now you find only these totals and take to outer column, and at the same time deduct this 4,662 in the working note. So balance you have 2,33,108. That is amount payable to the unsecured creditors, 2,33,108. So find the total. This total should be the same as this total. So check that out. Hope you have understood this. You can pass down and write down. We'll see the next question. Question number 9. You are given these assets. Be careful whenever you are given the assets individually, separately. And liabilities, 8% debentures are there, creditors are there. The assets other than the land and buildings realized 10%. Land and buildings ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆವೆಲ್ಲನೂ 10% less ಗೆ, land and buildings ಮಾತ್ರ 25% more ಗೆ realize ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. So each and every asset you have to write separately now here. Liquidation expenses 5,000. Liquidator's remuneration is 2% on the assets realized except the cash and 3% on distributed amount distributed to unsecured creditors. You cannot find here there is a preferential creditors, so only 2 you have to take. Liquidator's remuneration only on the assets realized and on amount paid to unsecured creditors. Only 2 you take. But here you have to make separately each and every asset separately. Land and buildings ಇದೆ, plant, machinery, furniture, stock. ಇಷ್ಟು assets ನೀವು separate ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. Land and buildings, plant and machinery, furniture, stock. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್. Then you can go for values. You can write cash at bank is given 10,000. This is the cash in hand, or cash at bank you can write anywhere 10,000. Then 6 lakhs plus 25%, that is a profits. It is given. It is being valued at, realized at more ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. So ಅದು ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯಂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಷಿನರಿ 3,60,000 minus 10% ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೈಸ್ 10% ಲೆಸ್ ಅಂತ, ಲೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Similarly, furniture value you are given 1,20,000. Again in that minus 10%, and stock and debtors also 80,000 minus 10%. You are getting 72,000. Take all that total 12,54,000. And no amount is being given here in respect of this, so nil. Take the total, so 12,64,000. Now you write the same amount in the working note, that is the cash available. Amount paid to unsecured, secured creditors, nil. It is not given in this column. There is a legal charges amounting to liquidation expenses, 5,000 is there, so that you can write 5,000. And deduct the same in the working note. So still the balance you have 12,59,000. Again, what you have to do, first you can see here the amount paid to, on assets realized, you can calculate the remuneration. This is the total assets realized, 12,54,000 into 2%. Okay, never take this total, because excluding the cash only you have to calculate. Okay, unless it is given include cash, our matter it is already in the realized form, and liquidator is not taking any steps to convert there. Therefore, need not to pay the remuneration on that, unless it is given specifically. Sometimes it may be given all the assets including cash ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ಅವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಓಕೆ, so 12,54,000 into 2% straight away. So 25,080 you can minus, balance you are getting 12,33,920. Then what you have to do, you can go for debenture holders. It is not given, nil. But there is a debenture holders is given. Debentures are there, 8% debentures, 8 lakhs is there. So 8 lakhs you can deduct the same. balance you have 4,33,920. Now we have to pay to whom? Towards the preferential creditors. Is there any preferential creditors in this column? It is not there. So nil. Then this is the amount payable to now unsecured creditors. See what is the amount payable to unsecured creditors? Here it is given. Creditors payable is 4,60,000, but what is the cash available? Is less. Therefore, how you calculate here? This amount cash available into 3%. That is 3 by 103. So take that amount, 12,638 you are getting. Now you add up both the check total column and deduct this 12,638 here. Still the balance you are getting 4,21,282. Now this is the amount payable to whom? Unsecured creditors. So you can check the same amount here. And now find the totals. This total you should get same 12,64,000. Okay. Well, pause it down and you can write down fully the answers. So balance we shall see in the next class. Thank you.